Alright, hey there, welcome back. We're going to do the Outpost phase. So let's go ahead and get that going. First step of the Outpost phase is to update our calendar. So we are going to have two updates pretty soon. We are here. When we get to here, 32.3 and 156.1 both happen. And then, of course, summer is going to end when we pass here. So as of right now, we're full up on soldiers and stuff, so I'm not. There's not too much to do there, but let's keep going. Okay, next up is the Outpost event. So I gotta. Here we go. We'll get the app out for that.
You're settling in for the night when a stern knock raps against the front door of your longhouse. It's a squat, sweaty Quattro mail carrier, intent on making a delivery to your longhouse. You look at the package. The address is right, but the name belongs to a previous resident who met an unfortunate end under an Orgox raider's fist. You nod non-committally and accept the package. You're saving the mail carrier a long trip back with the box, really. Now you just have to figure out what to do with it. Option A. Keep the contents for yourself. Option B. Pass it along to some of the previous residents' friends.
Okay, well, that's an interesting one. And I know I got some glare here, so let's turn the camera. You know what's crazy is I'm thinking, alright, if this were real life and I received a package from somebody who lived here before me and they passed, I would give it to their family because of course it belongs to them. But this is giving it to their friends, which is not quite the same. Because I don't think friends, like no friend of mine deserves to have, you know, my exclusive Kickstarter copy of whatever that arrives after I pass away. Sorry, Andrew. I think, I don't know, in this case I still think I'm going to do it. Because here's what I'm concerned about. If I keep it for myself, and there really are friends of his here, I'm new to the town and there's this morale track. I don't want to lose morale. And that's what I'm thinking, is like I'm going to get something, like an item, but I'm also going to lose morale. And so that's why I'm going to give it to his friends and just be done with it. So let's go with option B. I'm looking at the answers now.
You find some of the dead guard's companions at the barracks and hand off the package. Opening it is a somber occasion, but ultimately, all of the homemade items inside lift the soldiers' spirits, and using them brings back fond memories of their friend.
Okay, so we gain a morale. I'll take it. By the way, I would not have lost a morale if I would have kept it. We are now up to 8 morale, and our defense just went up by +5. So, had I taken it, just so you know, we would have gained 5 gold, and that's it. So no negative, we were just getting 5 gold. I'm okay with that. Morale is, I would have easily paid 5 gold to gain 1 morale. So I think that worked out just fine. The summer outpost phase seems to be friendlier. I'm sure the winter one will not be. Next up is building operations. So we're going to get out our buildings. do the sunshine. Collectively buy a metal for 2 gold and a wood for 2 gold. I am going to do that. I think I always need to just spend money. I think the drifter is going to buy all of it for 4 gold. And we're going to add a metal and a wood to the town. So that means the town has 3 metal and they are at 7 wood currently. Alright, what else do we got? We can't add any soldiers, so we'll leave that be. And here we go. The workshop is not a sunshine thing. Okay, so then we're going to go to downtime. So we're going to get to level up, and then we're also going to get to build a building, and I can also build one of these upgrades. I don't know if that counts as building a building and hurts my morale, so let me check that real quick. Okay, it's flat out says build or upgrade. You get to do one, and then you have to lose 2 morale to do a second. So this would be considered an upgrade to build that sled, which we need to do our mission. Do we need to do the sled right away? No, we got plenty of other missions to do in the meantime. Do we need to do it eventually? Yes. I was also tempted to just build a wall. I know we don't need a wall at the moment, but I think it would be nice. Or maybe let's upgrade the craftsman so we can get more items that we can craft. We are starting to accumulate a nice amount of resources, but I am thinking actually maybe I want to build the Hunter's Lodge so we can get a wood, a metal, and a hide every round, right? So we're going to have to spend 6 gold for that, but as long as I earn 6 gold a round, that should be more than enough to cover the resources. I don't have to do that yet. That's actually the construction phase, but it is on my mind because I'm trying to decide what to do at this phase. So we also have the ability to make some potions. Let's do the level up first. So we're going to level up Blink Blade here. And I think we said 22, 30, 41, 49. So Blink Blade's going to have 4 experience points left over after the level up. Okay, and then he's going to take a perk for leveling up, and we're going to replace a -1 with a +1. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's take a -1 out of his deck. He has 1 left. Take a +1. And add it. Okay, done. Alright, now we are going to... So these are the cards that he uses. We have had some X cards that we could have used that we didn't. We got rid of his overdrive. And we also had this one, which we've never used, so those are out. But here's his 2 new ones. We have a heal for self, and then he can recover one of his lost cards. But then he loses this card. So, I don't know, that's not awful. The action may be performed while you have stun. Remove all negative conditions you have, and then you get to move. So this is like basically you can't be stopped. Trigger the fast effects instead of the slow effects of your other action this turn if I'm willing to spend the time. I don't know why I would go slow to spend the time, because if I have a time to spend and I want to do fast effects, I would have just done fast effects in the first place. That's a little silly, but oh, because when you go slow you get a time. So maybe if I had no time at all, I see. Alright, I'd have to go slow again after. And then otherwise we have damage yourself, 1 damage, gain an experience point, and then this is ward, I believe, which means the next source of damage is cut in half. It is. It's ward self. Or I'm going to do a 3 damage attack. Actually, it's 5 damage with a pierce 1, and then I damage myself to gain an experience point. I don't like this card at all. The one thing that's nice about it is the low number. The bottom part of this is not all that exciting. The top part is decent. So I could do like that 3/2/3 card. It burns. Here. There's like this, oh, that's not the one. So in my deck here, I have that 3/2/3 card. Or 3/3/3, this one. And then it gets burned. Well, then I can play this to get it back. But it's a top, so I'm not attacking during that round. That's the only thing I don't like about this one. So basically, I can gain more experience points if I do this. I don't really like either of these cards, to be honest with you. But what would I replace it with? That's the question. And I know this is more of a deck building thing, which I could do later. But I'm thinking I would replace this one. I never use the top, as you know. And it's the one that lets me ward and bless myself. The bottom one I have used many times. But this is one that I do routinely discard. So I would replace it with something that lets me attack, and then I can still get ward, which ward is not why I care about this card at all. But it damages me instead of heals me, so I'd be getting rid of something that heals myself. What else would I get rid of? Well, this one is one I always want to play it, but then I stop. However, the top part is very useful. I use that a lot because it's a big damage attack. This is one that I added to my deck. I guess I use it for the heal. Yeah, there's the 3/3/3. This is one I use it for the experience point. This one is arguably worth getting rid of. I've used this many times, but I don't necessarily have to. It does make him a loot machine, though. And it is a ranged attack on the bottom. And like I said the last time, whatever card I'm taking out of my deck, I could always put it back in. I'm just trying to like make the decision now. It's always what I do. I like this, except I do like the idea of getting back a lost card, but I'm basically burning a card to get a card, and I don't like the bottom at all. I mean, I guess moving 4 is not the worst thing in the world. Getting rid of all of your conditions is not the worst thing in the world. I don't like damaging yourself. But, so if I go fast, I'll get some experience points. But I could always just go slow and still get 3 movement. That's what I'm thinking. I like this card more. So I'm going to take that one over this one. I don't know if that's a good choice. But it is a complex character. And then the one I'm going to remove, I was tempted to remove this one, but I think I'm going to remove this one. I tend to always remove my loot cards. And then of course there's certain missions where you're going to regret it. But that is something I tend to do. And I'll just make sure I move and land on whatever it is I need to do. And like I said, I can always go back and take it for whatever mission we're doing. Alright, so that's done. I don't want to craft anything. I do have potions I want to do. So let's get that out. We have a healing potion left, which is a turkey and a arrow vine. And then I just got a mushroom cap for the first time, which could be any of these. So we have a lot of choices. Do I want to try to get a new? I definitely know that the stamina potion is the bomb. I'm not the stamina, but the healing. So let's see what we got. We have a turkey. That's it. I know there's a lot of scratch marks, but I can read it even if you can't. We have a turkey. We have one of all three. So I could still do a mushroom and something else if I want to get the healing potion. And that's exactly what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to get the healing potion. So it's going to be the turkey. It's actually rock root, I know. And the speed vine or arrow vine. So those are both gone. And we're going to get the last healing potion. And I'm giving that to Blinkblade. He actually needs it. Alright, then we happen to have a mushroom cap and the leaf. So I'm going to now spend both of those. And so that would unlock this one right here. There's the mushroom cap, there's the leaf. That one gets unlocked, so let's do it. Ooh, it's a poison vial. I like it. 95. Bear with me, because they're in order, but they take me a while to find. I'm at 86. Almost there. Up to 90. 98. 96. 96 again. 95. 95. There's two of them. Yes. So here we go. Poison vial. During your turn, you basically can poison somebody next to you. It's a once per scenario thing. It's not that great. Everybody has a potion right now, but I do get to at least give this to somebody. One copy of it. So I'm going to give it to Blinkblade. He can't use both yet until he's at least level 3. But I'll let him carry both for now. The Drifter would have been another good option. But, yeah, that's it. I sort of knew I didn't have the capacity to equip 2 potions yet at my current level. But really, a lot of it is just about the exploring. Like, we want to... You know, look at how many more potions there are in this game. I mean, Jesus, how many did the designer come up with? And maybe there's more than one way to get a stamina, because normally there's 4 stamina potions, and we only unlock 2 of them. So I'm wondering if there's another combination of stuff that would unlock 2 more, and that would make sense, because then it wouldn't seem like, because I'm thinking to myself, how many potions can there be? But yeah, that would that means that when you're experimenting, you have 2 different ways to unlock it. So okay. Let's move on. What else can we do? We can craft. We can do potions. I could, take that poison one and get rid of it and get one of my materials back. I'm not ready to do that yet. I'll hold on to it. I think that's it. Now we got to decide what are we going to upgrade or build. So we need sleds, and you can see here that that's what you need to build, and it's actually going to trigger something to happen if I build a sled. The craftsman, of course, will give us some better items to choose from to craft. I also mentioned the hunting lodge. So we got the logging camp and the mining camp. It would be nice to maybe have the hunting lodge. So now we're getting the materials rolling in. And then there's the wall. I think the wall would be nice to have before winter. So what's the right order of things? Well, the only one that helps us immediately, or so the next time we return back, is the hunting lodge. So I am going to build the hunting lodge, level 1. So let me get that going. Here she be. And when we do that, we get +1 prosperity, and we actually unlock a something. I didn't realize that. So we'll get that in place. Let's get the board out. I gotta move you out of the way. Here's the hunting lodge. I don't need to get all of it out or unfold the whole thing. Let's get our stickers. And just need to find the hunting lodge here. Alright, I found the logging camp and the mining camp. There's the barracks, craftsman. Oh, there's the sleds. I should have paused. I apologize. Here it is. Somebody mentioned that these stickers are sometimes sliced in half because it's meant to be during a fold crease. It didn't even cross my mind that that was a possibility, but you are very likely right. So 4 wood, 1 metal, 2 hide, and 10 gold. I forgot about the 10 gold. So that would go just like that. Maybe like so. There we go. There we go. Alright. 4 wood, 2 metal. I cracked myself up. 4 wood, 1 metal, 2 hide, 10 gold. Alright, so we have 6 wood right now. So I'm going to cross out 4. And we have 1, 2, 3 wood. 1 metal. So I'm going to cross out 1. And then 2 hide I need to contribute by somebody. And that's going to be Blinkblade. Yeah, Blinkblade has 3. So we're going to give 2. We're actually low on hide, so this is the perfect time to do this. And then we got to give 10 gold. So I'm just looking at who has money. I keep taking from the Tinkerer, but Tinkerer's only got 17 gold now. Tinkerer will give up 5. And Blinkblade will give up 5. So there we go. There's 10 gold collectively. And then let's get all this stuff put. Oh, we get any prosperity for that? No? Yes? Yes, we gain a prosperity. So we're 2 away from getting to 2 prosperity. And then it says 172.3. So we're going to nail that, see what that is all about. I guess that's not in the narration. Oh no, it is. There it is.
With a fire roaring in the background, the finished hunting lodge is the perfect location to exchange tales of narrow escapes from polar bears, as well as provide hides for Frosthaven. You encounter all sorts of patrons whose rugged appearances often belie a certain gruff kindness. One of those patrons is a vermling trapper who sits nearest the fire and away from the crowd, a square hat shadowing their eyes. Sitting beside their wares of lustrous, exotic furs, they are currently absorbed in constructing an intricate snare. When you ask them to explain their process, they warm up to you.
Much of my time is spent not in action, but in observation. It's a matter of understanding the animals and their habits. If you're truly interested, perhaps I can show you sometime.
You readily agree, happy for the company.
Okay, so we unlock the Bear Trap class box. I have no idea what that means. I'm sure we're unlocking a new class. And it must look like a trap. I see a shackle. Oh yeah, I do see one. I think it's this one right here. So that's cool. We actually unlock a class by doing that. I did not know that. I'm sure many of you do. So obviously we can create new classes. You're allowed to create characters until your heart's content. You can only bring 4 into a mission. Let's see what we got. I never showed you the Snow Dancer one. We should probably look at that one too. This, oh yeah. This actually, if you leave it sealed, it's better. Because now nothing's going to fall out the bottom. If you break the seal and open it, then they fall out the bottom here. Okay, so we got the Trapper, which is like the rat and bear color. And, very cool looking. So let's see. Your job is straightforward. Set traps and make your enemies spring them. You have many tools to help with this, including the ability to remove flying from enemies. Note the difference between springing a trap, which will cause its effects to trigger, and destroying a trap, which does not. You also have beneficial traps, which will provide healing and positive conditions. Monsters will still treat beneficial traps as negative boxes and avoid them. One trap can have both positive and negative effects. You can choose the order in which they are applied. You're not limited in the number of traps you can create, so if you run out of your own tiles, use replacements. And this is considered a very highly complex one. No elemental affinities, and of course you get lots of traps of various kinds. Then you have the Trapper himself, and so I think we got a general idea of how this one's going to be. It's going to be a lot of cards that do a lot of stuff with traps, as it so blatantly told us. So then it's just more of a matter of, if the enemies avoid traps, then by placing traps, you're either going to force an enemy to have to move through a trap because they have nowhere else to go, which the AI does do, but you have to eliminate all other movement options. So let's look at this real quick. I don't want to get too deep into the woods here, but like here, you create 2 traps and empty hexes 2 spaces away, gain your experience point, you can go invisible. A Shaggy lure. So Scooby, this is going to be his name. Scooby and Shaggy. Create a 4 damage trap. These are 2 1 damage traps. Create a 3 damage immobilized trap. So how do I know which trap is which once I place them on the board? That's the part I don't get. I guess I would have to take tokens and put them on. And how would I know how much damage each trap does? I guess I could put damage tokens on? Yeah, that's messy. if you get the Steam app, this would be great. So yeah, it's just you're placing a whole crap ton of traps. You're not really doing any attacks directly. Here's the first push in the game that I found. On the bottom, you got movement. You can increase the value up to 2 traps you move through by 1. So I move through my own traps and then cause their value to go up. Okay, there's some pretty cool stuff here. And then I won't spend too much time deeply analyzing it. But yeah, I'm glad I built this. Unlocking another character class. We don't need one yet, but it is nice to know we've unlocked 2 so far without having to retire. I know that in the other game you unlock character classes without retiring as well, but this is the first time I think I've ever unlocked them so early. So this is the Snow Dancer one. We unlocked this a while ago, and it looks exactly like the boss that we fought against. And so what this one is you have access to a variety of persistent bonuses which allow you to focus your playstyle. Your large hand size enables you to perform one or more of them each scenario. And it's considered a super easy one. And you've got some nice cool winter animals you can summon. And the perks, of course, look like this. And as far as the cards go, like this is a nice one, a blizzard. You're doing an area of effect attack. Of course, that's going to be a one and done situation. And you put some elements on the board. I've never opened it and actually looked. So there's a nice spell. This one uses elements to pull enemies toward one of your allies, so it doesn't even have to be towards you. Another area of effect. This is a push. So you can push a whole bunch of people. I'm sorry, that's a pull. I got the little cheat sheet over here. Yeah, that's a pull. So I can pull people towards me. I don't know how much I want to do that, but I can. Start of each of your turns, you may get rid of the chill. If you do, at the end of each of your forced movement abilities perform this turn, all enemies moved with the ability suffer 1 damage. So I can spend a chill and then force the enemy to move, and every time they suffer 1. So I guess, yeah, because you got a lot of pushes and pulls going on. At the end of each of your turns, you may add elements, reduce all of your pushes and pulls and other force movement effects by 1. There's a snow fox, so you got some summon. Yeah, very neat. I would have no idea, like, if somebody retired right now, which of the 2 would I create? The trap character or this one? No clue, to be honest. I think, if anything, like while we're fighting the frost, there's a lot of creatures that we're fighting right now that are putting frost on the map, and it looks like this one would use frost. So I would benefit greatly from, doing this one, but I don't know if. And the good news is I don't have to decide yet. And also, when I retire, there's a very good chance I'm going to be unlocking another character there as well. So this is what I mean. I broke the seal, and look at the bottom. So now stuff can start slipping out the bottom here. So don't break the seal, just open this. It's the right way to do it. Money for nothing, components for free. Okay, oh gosh, I forgot to put this away. I will do that in between videos. I think we're at the end of the Outpost phase, so nothing more to see here. We did our building. I am definitely not taking the 2 morale hit to build more stuff. We got some materials left over still, and that's great, but we're not gonna, we're just gonna hold on to them. No harm, no foul. And then I gotta figure out what my next scenario is going to be. So thanks for watching, As always, stay awesome.